Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn one important concept, that is oxidation number or oxidation state. This concept is useful to understand the redox reactions. In the redox reactions, the electrons transfers takes place from one species to the another species. How many number of electrons are transferred from one species to the another species is possible to know when we have a command on the oxidation number. And this concept, oxidation number, is not only helpful in case of ionic substances, even in case of covalent compounds also. How many number of electrons can be transferred can easily explain. So therefore, to understand the redox reactions systematically, the scientists were assigned this oxidation number to each chemical species, whether it is ionic or covalent. They framed certain rules. Based on that rules, we can assign the oxidation number to each atom present in a molecule. Not only that, this concept is also useful to balance the redox reactions. So what do you mean by the redox reactions? The redox reactions means, you know very well, in whichever the reactions the oxidation and reduction takes place, that is called redox reactions. To understand that redox reactions, we have to be defined first what you mean by oxidation number. The oxidation number is defined as the charge which an atom appears to have when all the other atoms removed from it as ions. That means, for example, HCl is there. From the HCl molecule, if we remove the chlorine, whatever the charge is developed on the hydrogen, that is called oxidation state of hydrogen. If we remove the hydrogen from HCl, whatever the charge is developed on the chlorine, that is called oxidation number. And this number is always said to be assumed, especially in covalent species, because in ionic species it is clearly tells the positive and negative ions are combined together to form the ionic compounds. Whatever the charge is present on the positive and negative ions are treated as oxidation state of that respective positive and negative ion. But in covalent species it is fictitious charge. That means we need to be assumed. This oxidation number value is always not a positive, always not negative. It may be positive or negative or zero. That is depending upon their state of combination. By combining with certain elements, it may show positive oxidation state. By combined with other element, it shows negative oxidation state. Sometimes it might be zero also. That's why the oxidation number or state, it may be positive or negative or zero. That is depending upon their state of combination. What are the rules are framed for determination of the oxidation number of atom? The first one, the oxidation number of an element either in free state or elementary state or any one of the allotropic form is always said to be zero. That means, for example, helium is there. Helium is always in state as He. In that case, the oxidation state is taken as 0. Hydrogen molecule, that is elementary state of hydrogen. The oxidation state of each hydrogen atom in H2 molecule is taken as 0. Oxygen, O2, it is elementary form. The oxidation state of oxygen is 0. Phosphorus is generally in P4 state. The oxidation state of each phosphorus atom is taken as 0. O3, it is one of the allotropic form of oxygen. So in this one also the oxidation state of oxygen is 0. Carbon is generally available in the form of two allotrophic forms, crystalline, they are diamond and graphite. The oxidation state of each carbon in diamond or carbon is taken as 0. That's why the oxidation state of an element either in free state or in elementary state or in any one of its allotrophic form is always 0. Second point is the oxidation number of an element in a single ion is same as the charge on the ion. That means, for example, here chlorine Cl minus ion is there. What is the charge present on that one? -1. That -1 is the oxidation state of chlorine. Na plus ion is there. It is a single ion. The +1 charge is present on the sodium, so that oxidation state is +1. Aluminium Al plus 3 ion is given. The +3 charge is present on the aluminium. That's why the oxidation state of aluminium is +3. Sulfate ion. In the sulfate ion, the oxidation state on the whole sulfate ion is -2, so that oxidation state is equal to -2. That means, in case of ions, whatever the charge is present on that ion, that is treated as its oxidation state. The third rule is, in a binary compounds of metal and non-metals, the oxidation state of metal is always positive, while that of non-metal is negative. That means, whenever a compound is formed by the metal and non-metal, in that case, metal is always shows the positive oxidation state, non-metal is always shows the negative oxidation state. For example, sodium chloride, sodium is metal, chlorine is non-metal. Sodium is always shows positive oxidation state, that is +1. Chlorine can shows -1 oxidation state. Copper chloride is there. Copper chloride is a combination of copper and chlorine. Copper is metal, it shows positive oxidation state is +2. Chlorine shows the negative oxidation state -1. Fourth point. Suppose if the compound is formed by the combination of atoms, both are in non-metallic form. In that case, the atom which is shows higher electronegativity, that is always shows negative oxidation state. For example, HCl. Among that, H and Cl both are non-metals, but chlorine is more electronegative than hydrogen. That's why the chlorine shows negative oxidation state, hydrogen shows positive oxidation state. Similarly, here NH3 molecule is there. In NH3 molecule, nitrogen is more electronegative than hydrogen. Both nitrogen and hydrogen are non-metals. Nitrogen is more electronegative, so that it can shows negative oxidation state -3. Hydrogen is shows positive oxidation state. That's why the compound is formed by the non-metal atoms. In that, whichever it is more electronegative, that is shows the negative oxidation state. Obviously, other can shows the positive oxidation state. Rule number 5. Generally, in all the compounds of hydrogen, the oxidation number of hydrogen is taken as +1, except hydrides. These hydrides are formed by the combination of metal and hydrogen. When metal and hydrogen are combined to form metal hydride, we know that metal is always shows the positive oxidation state. Obviously, the hydrogen shows negative oxidation state. That means, in the hydrides, the hydrogen is always shows the -1 oxidation state. Except hydrides, in remaining all other compounds, the hydrogen shows positive oxidation state, that is +1. See, for example, here HF and NaH. NaH, it is an example of hydride, sodium hydride. Sodium is a metal, it is always shows positive oxidation state, that is +1. Hydrogen shows obviously -1 oxidation state. Whereas in HF, fluorine is more electronegative, so that's why -1 oxidation state. Hydrogen is definitely shows +1 oxidation state. So that means hydrogen in all the compounds it shows +1 oxidation state, except which one? Hydrides. In hydrides, the oxidation state of hydrogen is taken as -1. So coming to the sixth point. In compounds containing oxygen, the oxidation state or oxidation number of oxygen is taken as -2, except in peroxides, superoxides and in OF2. Normally, the oxidation state is -2 except peroxides, superoxides and OF2. In peroxides, it can shows -1 oxidation state. In superoxides, -1/2 is the oxidation state. In OF2, the oxidation state of oxygen is +2. Because in OF2, oxygen is attached to the fluorine. Fluorine is the more electronegative element than oxygen. So definitely the fluorine can shows negative oxidation state, that is -1. Obviously the oxygen shows positive oxidation state, that is +2. Except to OF2, in remaining all the cases, oxygen can shows negative oxidation state. It may be -2 or -1 or -1/2. -2 is the oxidation state in normal oxides, -1 is the oxidation state in peroxides, -1/2 is the oxidation state in superoxides. So that here I would like to conclude the point is oxygen shows negative oxidation state, that is -2 in normal oxides, -1 in peroxides and -1/2 in superoxides. Only in one compound the oxygen can shows positive oxidation state, that is OF2. In that the oxidation state of oxygen is +2. Next, coming to the point 7. Halogens. All the halogens are showing the -1 oxidation state. Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine are halogens. All these are shows -1 oxidation state, that is negative oxidation state. Except fluorine, the remaining halogen atoms, chlorine, bromine and iodine, can also shows positive oxidation state in addition to -1. That means fluorine can shows only negative oxidation state, but whereas other halogens, chlorine, bromine, iodine, can shows negative oxidation state and positive oxidation states. For example, hydrogen iodide and IF5 is there. In hydrogen iodide, iodine can show the negative oxidation state -1. In IF5, iodine is attached to the more electronegative atom fluorine. Obviously, fluorine can show negative oxidation state, while that of iodine is positive oxidation state. Here in both the compounds, we are not getting same kind of oxidation state. In the first one negative, in the second one positive oxidation state. Similarly, in HClO4 and HCl. In HClO4, the chlorine can shows positive oxidation state, but whereas in HCl it can shows negative oxidation state. That's why fluorine is always shows only one oxidation state, that is negative oxidation state. That number is -1. But whereas the other halogens, they can shows negative oxidation state -1. In addition to -1, they can also show the positive oxidation state. Some people might ask the question, why the fluorine cannot show positive oxidation state? The fluorine is the only one element which is most electronegative among all the elements in the periodic table. Once it is most electronegative element, whenever it is combined with any other element, obviously it can show the negative oxidation state. It never shows the positive oxidation state. So coming to the point 8. This point is very useful to calculate the oxidation number. For neutral molecules, the sum of the oxidation state of all the atoms is always equal to the 0. For example, here NH3 molecule is given. If you want to calculate the oxidation state of nitrogen, and if you know the oxidation state of the hydrogen, and definitely we need to be equalized to 0 because there is no charge present on that one. 1 into oxidation state of nitrogen plus 3 into oxidation state of hydrogen, that is equal to 0. The next ninth one is also useful to calculate the oxidation state of any atom present in the ions. Here also, the sum of the oxidation state of all the elements is always equal to the charge present on the ion. Whatever the charge present on that ion, that is we need to be equate. For example, here SO4 minus 2 is there. The sum of the oxidation state of sulfur and 4 oxygen atoms is equal to minus 2. Similarly, in the NH4 plus 1, the sum of the oxidation state of nitrogen and 4 hydrogen atoms is equal to the plus 1. So, these are the certain rules are framed to calculate the oxidation state of any atom present in a molecule. Now, let us discuss certain examples how to calculate the oxidation state of different atoms present in a molecule. Here one example is there. First example, carbon dioxide. In carbon dioxide, I want to calculate the oxidation state of carbon. So let us take the oxidation state of carbon is taken as X. According to the rule, the sum of the oxidation state of all the atoms is equal to the 0 because it is a neutral molecule. 1 into oxidation state of carbon plus 2 into oxidation state of oxygen, that is equal to 0. We need to calculate the oxidation state of carbon, that is X. 1 into X plus 2 into oxidation state of oxygen is minus 2 is equal to 0, then X is equal to plus 4. Similarly, we need to calculate the oxidation state of manganese in potassium permanganate. Then what we write, it is a neutral molecule. The sum of the oxidation state of all the atoms present in the KMnO4 is equal to 0. That is 1 into oxidation state of potassium plus 1 into oxidation state of manganese plus 4 into oxidation state of oxygen, that is equal to 0. Then 1 into potassium shows always plus 1 plus 1 into manganese, that is X, plus 4 into oxygen is minus 2 is equal to 0. Then 1 plus X minus 8 is equal to 0, then X is equal to plus 7 is the oxidation state of manganese. Let us take the another example. SO4 minus 2 is there. In SO4 minus 2, we need to calculate the oxidation state of sulfur. That is taken as X, 1 into oxidation state of sulfur plus 4 into oxidation state of oxygen is equal to the charge present on that one, it is minus 2. Then 1 into X plus 4 into oxidation state of oxygen is minus 2 is equal to minus 2. Then by solving that one, we get X is equal to plus 6. Similarly, ClO3 minus 1 is there. Here also the sum of the oxidation state of all the elements is equal to minus 1. Chlorine is X, oxygen is 3 into minus 2, that is equal to minus 1, then X is equal to plus 5. The positively charged species NH4 plus is there. Calculate the oxidation state of nitrogen. Then that nitrogen is taken as X plus 4 into each hydrogen is plus 1 is equal to overall charge present on that one, it is plus 1. Then by solving we get X is equal to minus 3. Minus 3 is the oxidation state of nitrogen. CCl4 is there. In CCl4, what is the oxidation state of carbon? X is the oxidation state of carbon plus 4 into minus 1 is equal to 0. Then X is equal to plus 4. Plus 4 is the oxidation state of carbon. Similarly, let us take the another example, methane molecule. Methane molecule, what is the oxidation state of carbon? That is taken as X plus 4 into each hydrogen atom is taken as plus 1 is equal to 0. Then X is equal to minus 4. BrF3 is there. What is the oxidation state of bromine? Bromine is taken as X plus 3 into fluorine atom minus 1, that is equal to 0. Then X is equal to plus 3 is the oxidation state of bromine. The another example Al2O3. What is the oxidation state of aluminium? So let us consider the oxidation state of aluminium is X. 2 into 2 aluminiums are there. That's why 2 into X plus 3 into minus 2. So that is equal to 0. Then 2x minus 6 is equal to 0. X is equal to plus 3. The oxidation state of each aluminium is plus 3. H2S. What is the oxidation state of sulfur? So hydrogen is always plus 1. 2 into plus 1. Oxidation state of sulfur is taken as X. The whole nothing charge is present, so that it is equal to 0. Then X is equal to minus 2. Potassium dichromate K2Cr2O7. What is the oxidation state of chromium? So potassium 2 into plus 1. Chromium, let us take X. 2 into X plus 7 into oxygen is minus 2 is equal to 0. Then 2 plus 2x minus 14 is equal to 0. Then X is equal to what you are getting? Plus 6 is the oxidation state of chromium. And another example is sulfuric acid. In sulfuric acid H2SO4, what is the oxidation state of sulfur? So hydrogen is plus 1, 2 into plus 1, sulfur is taken as X plus oxygen minus 2 is equal to 0, then X is equal to plus 6. In iron oxide Fe2O3, what is the oxidation state of iron? That is, iron is taken as 2 into 2 iron atoms are there, 2 into X plus 3 into each oxygen is minus 2 is equal to 0. Then 2x minus 6 is equal to 0, then X is equal to plus 3. Plus 3 is the oxidation state of iron. Another compound is there, HAuCl4. What is the oxidation state of gold, Rm, Au? Hydrogen is plus 1, Rm is X, plus 4 into minus 1 is equal to no charge present on that one, that is equal to 0. Then X is equal to plus 3. Plus 3 is the oxidation state of Au, that is gold. Here C3O2, what is the oxidation state of carbon? Then immediately we can calculate 3 into X plus 2 into minus 2 is equal to 0. 3x minus 4 is equal to 0. X is equal to 4 by 3. This 4 by 3 is we called here oxidation state of carbon, but it is the average oxidation state of carbon. But its structure can reveals the actual oxidation state of the carbon atoms. In the middle carbon is 0, its adjacent carbon atoms are plus 2 and plus 2, oxygens are minus 2 and minus 2. Here all the 3 carbon atoms do not possess the same oxidation state. So the terminal carbons shows plus 2 oxidation state. So in the middle carbon it can shows the 0 oxidation state. That's why the idea of fractional oxidation state should be taken with care, and that reality is revealed by its structure only. So that's why whenever you come across with the fractional oxidation state of any particular element in any space, so that is when we calculated normally whatever the oxidation state we get, that is the average oxidation state only. The actual oxidation state can be revealed by their structures only. Those oxidation numbers definitely the I's we get in other compounds that must be in whole number. So that means plus 1 or plus 2 or plus 3, that is revealed by their structures only. So the another important point here, the Stark notation. When we are observing, especially in the laboratories, on chemical bodies, we are observed the Roman numerals in between the name of the compounds. That Roman numerals are here oxidation state of that atom present in that compound. For example, iron chloride is there. Iron 3 chloride, iron 2 chloride is there. The Roman numerals, these two are indicates the oxidation state of iron in that compound. In the iron chloride, iron 3 chloride, the oxidation state of iron is 3. In the iron 2 chloride, the oxidation state of iron is 2. Generally, while writing the name of a compound on the bottles, that is we call Stark notation here, the oxidation state of an atom is represented with the Roman numerals. So that notation is called as here Stark notation. So don't confuse The oxidation state is +2 +3. What is mean by this Roman numerals? Roman numerals also can be clearly indicates the oxidation state of the metal atoms. This is about the concept of oxidation number. Here only to be concentrate how to calculate the oxidation number of an atom in a given molecule. So with knowing the oxidation state, then only we can easily understood the redox reactions and how many electrons are transferred from one species to the another species, and another important aspect is balancing the redox reaction. In all the three aspects, okay, the oxidation number concept is useful. Without knowing that oxidation state, we cannot easily understood those concepts. So that you can practice more number of examples to how to calculate the oxidation number of atoms in different molecules. Thank you.